Hi everyone, it's Tammy from the Frou-frou Studio and welcome back to my channel. For those of you that are here for the I Thought on Pinterest, we are going to do that, but I wanted to do a quick flip through of the finished Italian journal first. So if you're not interested in watching that, please fast forward and I will start I saw it on Pinterest as soon as I finish this flip through. Like I said, I do have this finished and it is spoken for. If for some reason that she changes her mind or decides that she doesn't like it, then I will let you guys know when I list it in the shop. So here we go. There is a video for how I made the cover and how I sewed the signatures in. This is a document style journal, and I'm going to try my best to stay in frame and keep it all, but it is a long, skinny journal, so it's hard to keep everything in frame. This is Italian-made paper on the front, and then it just has an image from a book that I had about Italy. And then this is a digital by Taylor Made Journals. And then I just did some lace and some little embellishment. When you open up, most of the digitals that are in this journal are from Roxy Creations. And you can see I have stuffed it very full. And that's because I've included a lot of the digital documents in here. Those can be removed and it will take a lot of the bulk out. But I wanted to put everything in the journal and give you the option of doing whatever you would like with them. So these little all these little calligraphy pieces are from Taylor Made Journals. And then that's Roxy Creations there, part of her kit. And see, there's lots of these. And so those are removable, like I said, if you want to remove them. I made a master board out of all my Italian papers. You can see some here in the background, and there's some pockets made out of it. So you'll be getting some of those throughout too. This is just crinkly tracing paper. That's part of Roxy's kit. So is that Roxy's kit, Rachel's kit. There's the tag that I made last week as part of I Saw It on Pinterest. This is an image from my book, and again, it has a document shoved in there that's been aged up. These postcards are also from Rachel at Roxy Creations. This is an image from my book. Another document here. Here's the stick pin that I had done in a previous video, and see, that's quite bulky. That could also be removed if you did not want it there. Now this kit, which has some pieces in it too, and I'll point those out if I can remember as we go through, is by Louisa Heinzel. And it's called Women of Rome, I believe is the name of the kit. There's our little lace sample, another document with a wax seal, another image from the book. It has a document here, and then that flips over. This is the Italian book page from a book. This is from Lorna. This is the image from my book, and then that's just a little belly band with another document in there. And then this is a flip out that has a document here, and then it has one of the tags from Louisa's kit here. Another image from my book, and this is a pocket. I did not fill it. So, you know, you can move stuff around and put something in it. And then that flips out and you can write here and right here. I left this one pretty much as it was, so you'd have some writing room. And then this page has a lot going on. It's got 2 digital postcards, and it has 2 journaling cards here, and then some tickets in the pocket. And then here we have a little pocket with some of Luisa's digitals in there. And then this flips out, and you have plenty of writing room on those pages. And then here's one of the pockets I made out of my Italian papers. It's got a little lace scrap on it. This is from Luisa's kit. Another picture from my book, and there's another big tag here. And then this flips closed. There's a document here that you can flip up and write here and here. And then this is a little pocket with some little tags that I made from my master board. This was also made for my master board. And then there's a digital document there. This is another tag from Luisa's kit, and it's just stapled on. You can see Roxy's kit and some Italian book page. Roxy's kit. I keep calling her the Roxy. Rachel's kit. And then this is a little flip out here. I can get the paper clip off. And now I have lost it. And this little double-sided image is from Luisa's kit. And then it just has a little writing journaling card in there. And then I just clipped it shut with a tiny paper clip from Tim Holtz. On this side, this is the spread with my Jazzy Bird. And it's got a document here and a postcard, a journaling card, and this little flower card. Oh, and this key is from Amy at Crafty Cat. More of Rachel's kit. Lorna with Tailor Made Journals out of my book. And then here, there is a tuck spot here that you can utilize. And then there are 2 pockets that have 2 journaling cards in them here and here. And then this is another document that can flip up, and you can journal on the back of it as well. And then we have some more of Rachel's kit and the little lace tags that we made in one of my pockets from the master board. And then here we have a belly band with a postcard and another one of those little tags. And then more journaling space, yummy tracing paper, which has stuck. Oh no, it's not stuck. I thought it was stuck, but that's the tuck on this side. With another document in there. And then just a little tag with a faux postage stamp and a little piece of lace. And then that's the end. So you can see it's very chubby. It's very, very chubby, but it's manageable and it feels really good. Really squishy and really good. So, like I said, this one is spoken for. If you're interested in something like this, you know, please send me a message on Etsy. And if for some reason she does change her mind and does not want it, I will let you guys know, and I will list it in my Etsy store. And this is just a barrette. It's kind of a vintage style barrette. And I just thought it went well with the other things on the cover. So there you go. I hope you guys like that, and we'll go on with the I Saw It on Pinterest now. Thanks, guys. Okay, for this week, I am going to do some journal cards for my next journal, which is a German journal. I'm just traveling all around Europe this month. And I am going to make, this is actually an ATC card, but I'm going to make a journal card. And this is just a article on Flickr. And so if you hit read it, it goes to flickr.com, of course. And it's ATC traded, and it just has tons of ATC cards. And I looked and looked and looked and looked for the particular one that, oh, there it is. Okay, it's by, if I can even read that, Casiorca. It's KASIORKA _ NA _ Flickeries. So I guess that's her profile on Flickr. And there it is in print. So I am going to adapt this into not only from an ATC card into a journaling card, which is going to be quite a bit bigger, but I'm also going to do a theme that's going to work in my German journal rather than a floral. So for that, I have these digitals that I found on Etsy that are little German children, and I think they are so cute. And they are by Friends for Keep. Friends has a capital F, and it's the number 4, and then KEEP, and the K is capitalized. So, that's where I found the digitals. So we're going to get started. I'm going to set that iPad over to the side, and I think I'm going to do this little guy. So let's do that. Now, this is just a piece of scrapbook paper. That's kind of a neutral color that I'm going to use for my main background. And I cut this to about 4 1/4 by 6. And this little print, I told my printer, I think, to print a 4 by 6. And it printed 3 1/4 by 4 1/2, thereabouts. And I think that's a good size for this card because of what all else we're going to do in the background. So the first thing that I want to do is I'm going to take this tissue paper, which is Tim Holtz tissue paper. I got it at Tuesday morning, so I don't know that it's available anymore, but it's just plain collage paper, and it's basically just tissue paper. It may be a little thicker than like gift wrap tissue paper. If you're familiar with Tim Holtz tissue paper, so it's like his tissue paper, but it's just nothing's printed on it. So it's a little thicker than what a normal, like, gift wrap paper is. I'm going to just tear a piece here. I'm going to try to tear it. This doesn't tear really well, so we're going to hope that we can get a piece. Okay, so I'm going to put that down first. And the reason being is when I look at the photo of the card, it looks like it has a really soft background. And so I want this neutral color, but I also want the kind of soft background that it has. And I'm just going to grab, if I can find here, something. Because I'm going to use matte gel medium to put this tissue paper on. I don't want it on my glass mat. And this is just Liquitex matte gel medium, and it works really good with tissue. So I'm just going to take my little rubber silicone spreader here and put some on this card. I got these spreaders on Amazon, and they're actually for like facial mask. But they're really good for putting glue down and things like that. Decoupage mediums especially, because of course it's silicone, nothing sticks to it, so they're real easy to clean up. Okay, make sure and get this good and covered. Now, so far in my planning, my German video, gosh, Tammy, concentrate. My German journal is going to have 3 signatures. And so, at the minimum, I want 3 of these cards. 1 for each signature. So I'll be making 3 of them all together. Not on screen today, but okay, make sure we don't have any air bubbles. And this paper, even though I'm sure it would tear, is also not as fragile when you're messing with it as like a napkin or regular tissue paper is. So that's why I like to use it. I'm gonna cry when I don't have any more, because I'm pretty sure you can't get it anymore. Okay, so that's step 1. I'm going to try to stay kind of clean as I go here. Wipe that off. And like I said, whatever you put on here, you can just wipe it off and it's gone. You don't have to worry about soaking it in water and all that kind of stuff you have to do with a brush. That's why I love them. And even if you forget, like I do all the time, and set it to the side, even if it has like gesso or something on it, it will peel right off. So, all right. Let me get that unstuck now. You can see it dries very quickly, so that's one thing to keep in mind when you're working with it, is it does dry fairly quickly. All right, let's put the top on that, because I don't think we'll need that anymore. That's the back side. I just don't want to stick it to my mat. Now I'm going to put my heat gun on it for just a second. So we can get it dry enough to work on anyway. Another thing is, be sure and get your edges real good. I'm bad about not getting my edges, like right there. I didn't get that edge real good. We'll get it with the glue stick, though. Okay, I believe that's got it. Sorry, I hope that wasn't too loud. That little Ranger heat gun is not as loud and annoying as, say, like my embossing one is. Okay, I'm just checking the edges. And it might be okay. Alright, so let's cut around this. And I don't know at this moment whether I will just leave this on the back or I might cover it with some coffee dyed paper. Go over this just really gently. Try to flatten it back out. It will flatten back out once it's completely dry. Now I'm choosing to cut around these edges, but you could also just tear that off if you wanted a rougher edge. So how is everybody? I'm filming this on Sunday, Super Bowl Sunday. So we are going to have some burgers and watch the game later. It's pouring down rain here today, so it's a yucky day. It's a good day to be in the craft room and watching football on TV because it's sure not worth anything else. Okay, I'm gonna try to re-round this corner right here because it's got kind of a funky shape. I don't know if I can get it in there to do anything. Okay. See what we can do here. Alright, so the next thing I want to do is ink around my edges, and I'm going to use Vintage Photo. And I'm doing it quite heavy because the piece that I'm working from, it's quite heavy. And I like the way that tissue paper, I like the way that it looks with ink on it anyway. Okay, so there's that. And if you look at, I'm not sure what these black little lines are. I have no clue, to be honest. So I'm really not going to worry about that too much. But I thought what I might do is take my little splotchy stamp. If I can find it real quick here. And take some vintage photo and kind of do some splotchies. And I'm concentrating more on around the edges because that's where we're going to see it. Okay, so we got that. Now, they have like some script page that they've torn and put some at the bottom here and up toward the top. And I'm going to use this German book page. So I'm just going to tear a page off here. Get a couple pieces. And we're going to do something like that. And then something like that. And I'm not going to ink around. Not going to ink around the edges. Alright, so let's put that down. And I'm going to use art glitter glue for that because this book page is like really fragile. I don't want to tear it by trying to use glue stick. Now I could have put the glue stick on the card instead of putting it on the back of the book page, and that probably would have worked. Okay, that's going to help flatten my page back out as well. Alright, so I'm going to just tear that off. Maybe not. We'll cut it off because I got to go kind of around this corner. laptop went to sleep. Alright, now, they did use some vintage photo, or I don't know if they used vintage photo, but they used some kind of ink to kind of grunge up the pages a little more. And then, of course, we're going to want to grunge up the parts that are on the edge. All right. Now, the next thing that they've used is this stuff. And this is just packing material, and I just happen to have the very same stuff that I know that is. So, I'm going to tear a piece off here. And this almost feels like a paper towel. Like a really cheap restroom paper towel. Best way to describe it. And they have put it up under where their card is. And they also have sewn, which those of you that have been following my channel know I do not do very often. Now, I may come back in. I won't do it on video because if I do, it will take me forever and a day to do so. But I may come back in and let me show you. Okay, they have actually stitched around this card, which I will not do. And then this is the material that I'm talking about, that I'm going to use right here. And they've ran a stitch all the way across there, like that. Now, I'm not going to do that right now, but I may come back in after the video and hand stitch across there. But I'm not going to sew it on my sewing machine. One, because I am not that apt with the sewing machine anyway, and I have a pretty expensive sewing machine, and I would just die if I did something to it trying to sew paper. So yeah, my sewing machine is for like, it's an embroidery machine and all that kind of stuff. And I can do the embroidery a whole lot better than I can do the sewing, believe it or not. But I can sew. I just don't like it. I don't like it. Not one bit. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of fold it up and make kind of like a little ruffle thing. Somehow. To go across here. Kind of like that. Yep. And then I'm going to put some glue down. get it to ink it. Make it a little grungy, because we all like grunge. And I do feel like that in this particular situation, the stitching would look good across there. Not that I don't think stitching looks good on anything. It's just I can usually talk myself out of doing it. I think I'll put that up. Nope. About right there. So see, you're not even going to be able to see much of it anyway. But I may run a couple stitches right there and right there, just to give the appearance of being sewn. All right, so let's glue our little dude on. Okay, and then the last thing we're going to do is put our little twine, wrap our twine around it. It looks like she has just gone once around it. Before I do that, you know what? I am going to put some tea dye on the back of this, I think. Because I think it's going to stabilize it and make it so it wants to lay flatter. And this is just very lightly tea dyed. I soaked it very lightly, very quickly in some tea, and then put it in my oven to dry. I didn't want it to be, I don't like tea or coffee dyed paper that just gets too dark and too grungy. I like it to have some color on it, so it's not white, but not be, you know, overly dyed. So see if there's any extra places. Now, I did not ink that card, this card, before I put it on there. So you certainly have the option of doing that as well, if you want to. Just getting these little corners here, making sure we're glued down. Okay, now back to wrapping our line around there. So she has just wrapped it around and tied a bow. Which may be easier said than done for me today. My fingers are not working the greatest today. I'm sure the rain is not helping that situation any. Okay, get that up there where you guys can see it. Alright, so there we go. That's really cute. I like it. I think what I will do is put a dab of glue. I'm going to move this boat up just a little bit. About right there, I think. And that can go, you know, wherever you want it to. That'd be even a cute greeting card, wouldn't it? Okay, so there we go. And I'm going to put a dab of glue both underneath it, there, and on top of the knot here, and let it dry. And that way it won't come unglued, and it'll kind of hold it in place. So there is our I Thought on Pinterest for this week. And like I said, I've got to have at least 3 of them. So I will take, I've got 4 of these. And so I will take 2 more of these and make a couple more cards. So I'll have 1 for each signature in the German journal. So I hope you guys like that. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed, please do so that you can come join the fun when we're doing these Pinterest videos, as well as some of the other tutorials that I have. If you have any questions, please leave me a comment and I'll be glad to answer them for you. And until we meet again, which will be on Friday for the 50 Stack Challenge number 2, hosted by Amy with Crafty Cat. I hope everybody continues to have a great week, and we'll see you then. Bye.